In 1966, Japan was in need of another race circuit. It needed something that was fast, flowing, technical, and appealed to younger drivers. Over the years, Tsukuba became that wonderful circuit. Stretching over just 2 miles, the circuit has been known for loads of different motorsport events, ranging from Super GT all the way through to national domestic competitions. But one of the key points, and it's always had, is its notoriety with Keiichi Tsukuba, the legendary Japanese drift king, famous for taking his Hachiroku all around this wonderful circuit. For those that are not sure what Hachiroku means, that would be the Toyota 86, the AE86, a fantastic car. But tonight we are live for round 3 of the Renault Megane Trophy, sponsored by Power Max Racing. Burtis gets very sideways coming out of turn 4, but nonetheless we are here in practice at the moment. The time has just ticked over as Piper goes flying off the circuit. We've got a lot to get through in the qualifying session. We're going to be going on with that shortly, but let's first of all tick over. We are there at 8 o'clock. We'll wait for Mike Edwards and Mad Marshall to join the room. Just double check if anyone else is racing for tonight. But what a fascinating round that we've got ahead of us. Wait for Edwards and Mad Marshall, and now any other drivers potentially joining in for tonight. I don't believe there are, but what a circuit. It's the first time we've been at this circuit in the Renault Meganes, and it's going to throw up one heck of a whirlwind, I'm fairly certain of it, because not only have we got a wonderful race, we've also got a top 4 championship reverse grid, so that is going to be fascinating to see how the drivers get on with that. We'll go through the championship standings and who's affected by that in a short moment, but providing that Mike Edwards has joined in, which he has done, I don't believe there are any other drivers. I'll say that Mad Marshall needs to enter, so I'll just enter, give him a quick message, and now he's left, so that's doesn't help in any way, shape or form of what we were about to do. So I'll give him a moment to rejoin. But as I say, it's a top 4 championship reverse grid. That would normally indicate the top 4 drivers in the championship after the first 2 rounds would then end up having to start from the back of the grid. However, we're in a unique situation because there are in fact 5 drivers who will be starting from the back in tonight's race, and I will explain why in just a moment. So I'll go through the championship standings after the first 2 rounds as we ride on board with Danzo. Martin JL09 currently leads the championship on 42 points. D10 Piper, after his win last week at Alsace, he's on 35. Snav is on 31 points, and then in joint 4th, Suburtus and Slow Seamus are both on 24 points. So those two will have to take part in a top 4 reverse grid, which means they will have to set a time and start from the back, along with Snav, D10 Piper and Martin JL09, and it's a very, very technical variant of this circuit. Going to be fascinating to see how everyone gets on. In 6th place in the championship is Danzo and 1805, both on 21 points, and they're both allowed to qualify, so good opportunity for those two in the championship. 1805 obviously joint 6th with Danzo. Mark Parker in 7th place, or rather 8th place in the championship, he's on 20 points. Duds is in 9th, he's got 13. CRT Pip Didjar, whereabouts is he on circuit? Just coming around turn 4. He's currently in 10th place. In 11th we've got KBE36 on, rather in 11th place we've got Mike Edwards on 12 points. NXTGEN Bigsy is in 12th on 11, who's very good at technical circuits, is Bigsy. I'm expecting something from him tonight to see how he gets on. Pit Didjar just running wide out of the corner there, probably getting out of the way of Snav. Bigsy 12th, Shadowstalker 13th on 8 points. Roving Island unable to make it tonight, and the 55-8 as well, as Pip Didjar almost goes off circuit there at turn 9. Got to be careful of that one. So top 5 drivers, hopefully Mad Marshall has rejoined. If not, it will be a case of, sadly, we'll have to start without him. I know that he's been unwell in recent days. Just looking to see in the chat where he's gone. He's not rejoined, unfortunately. So we will have to take the start. We can't wait any longer. We cannot delay. Let's get into qualifying. So qualifying started now. It's going to be fascinating to see how these drivers get on. We'll jump back into the circuit. It'll kick us back out, of course. And there we go. Qualifying beginning now at Tsukuba race circuit. Wonderful circuit. Not a particularly long one at all. We're just currently watching the... well, we're effectively watching the grandstand at the moment as the first drivers now come out on circuit. There we go. So D10 Piper, the first one out now. D10 Piper, he'll have to stick to an adhered time. He's obviously second in the championship, so he'll be starting second to last, which in this occasion tonight is P11. Danzo ahead of him at the moment. Who's the first driver who got out there? It looks like Pip Didjar was first on the button in that Dread-sponsored car. He'll be hoping for better, will Pip Didjar. He didn't have the best race last week. He finished 13th in the end, had a few dramas on his way to that position. He did qualify 7th, but the race didn't go the way he would have hoped, so he'll be expecting a little bit more tonight, will the Dread-sponsored driver. Just behind him, Mike Edwards. Obviously had a really good result last week, did Mike Edwards. He was 7th, which was absolutely what he deserved. He had a really good performance, a good battle in the midfield. That 53 car there, you can see coming round turn 9. So the driver's now going on to the laps. Now these lap times are going to be sub 60 seconds. It's going to be really fascinating to see how close the grid is separated from first to technically 7:55.8, getting a little bit sideways there coming out of turn number 1. And that's something to keep an eye on. This is a very tight technical circuit. We'll ride on board with a 55.8. And you can see just how tight these corners are. Turn 4 we've just come through. Turn 5 again. Difficult corner to get quite right. 6 and 7 are effectively flat in the Megane. And again, down to another heavy braking zone. So opportunities for drivers are going to be at a premium tonight. It's going to be down to them with this wonderful panning camera shot there. Dud's just coming around the corner now. Shadow Stalker as well. Shadow Stalker finished last at Alsace. He was 15th. I didn't gel last night, did Shadow Stalker, rather last week for Shadow Stalker, so hopefully he'll be able to get a bit of a better time on the bird. There's Bertus just coming around the corner as well. So lap time's coming in already. Pip Didjar currently P1 at the moment, provisionally, but still some time left to go in the session. Pip Didjar going quicker at the minute. Danzo up in second, the Adrian Flux driver. Remember, got his first podium ever in the opening round at the Nürburgring GP. So can he add to that tonight? That'll be his aim, no doubt. Like Edwards getting the corner a little bit on the curb there. Got away with that. Did compromise him through 6. Mark Parker has now joined the room. So that's going to be a case of having to reset some of the lobby markers. So I'll have to have a look at that in a few moments. Bertus has just set his lap time. Oh, that's a little bit of a... that's a Zerkotech driver just getting out of the way there, D10 Piper. Just replying to a message in the current Megane chat at the moment. Danzo currently P1, just whilst I was looking down at that, so he's got himself in front. Just see a little bit of sideways. There we go, Big Z up into P1. I said it before just during that practice session. Very good at the tight and technical circuits is Big Z. He was very strong in Suzuka last season. Very strong was Big Z, and he's already going quicker again, so the performance is there from the Hampshire driver. Can he keep it for the rest of this lap? We'll ride just on the external camera with him for the time being. I see Mark Parker just a little bit late into the lobby. I will make sure that he starts, of course, so it might mean a little bit of a rejig of the lobby. He's currently on a personal best. Duds is now P1 in the fast car, so very good performance from Duds. He's got provisional pole for the time being. Lap time's coming through thick and fast at the moment. Big seat just there, coming now towards turn 9. This very long one effective apex for this, but a couple of lines you can take for it. How wide does Big Z run? Looks like he's got it quite cleanly, just over the 4, and he improves, but look at the tight gap there is between him and Duds. It's 0.04 of a second. Danzo a little bit further back, a tenth separating, a tenth and a half separating the top 4. That's how close it is at the moment. Mike Edwards currently running in 5th place. That'd be his best qualifying position of the season if he can hold on to 5th at the moment. He's got Duds just ahead of him. 55.8 goes quicker, Danzo goes quicker. That closes the gap. What about Duds? Oh, Mike Edwards going very sideways at the end of the corner there. Got to be careful of that little bit of grass on the edge of turn 9. That's going to be very interesting to see how the drivers get on during the race. There's a 55.8. We know he's a good qualifier. Needs to work on his consistency. He did say that after the race last week. He knows that's a weakness he can work on. But give him some time. He certainly will be there. He's got a little bit wide. That's sideways into the wall. Snapped on him, and that was that. Nothing he really could have done. He's got to be careful he doesn't re-ghost. Just collects Duds, who's gone off the circuit, I think. It was certainly accidental. There was no malice involved in that, but Duds won't be pleased. No one will be pleased, but there's still a lot of time. Like I said before, sub 60-second lap, so the drivers will have enough time to sort that out. Big Z on a personal best at the moment, and a session best in sector 1. Danzo improves again by 0.03 of a second, if that. And look at Big Z. This is a good lap so far. I've gone the brakes down into turn number 8. Hooks the car in 2nd gear. A little bit later on the power than he would have wanted it to be. We will ride on board with Big Z for a lap just as he comes round, or comes towards turn 9. So we'll ride on board with him. Let's see how he gets on. Full lock, as you can see, he's got the car turned. Took a lot of time getting it around the corner. Not quicker, but here we go. Onto a lap with Big Z, up to 5th gear very quickly. Down into 2nd gear for this very tight turn 1. Hesitant on the throttle, then shift into 3rd. Good gearing from Big Z. This turn 2 and then turn 3 is also flat. We've got to be right on the brakes. Down into 2nd gear. He's purple again in the 1st sector is Big Z. 2nd gear for him. Shifts up to 3rd very quickly. Then into turn 5. Danzo goes P1 in the meantime. Good corner from Big Z there in 3rd gear. Now it's a 4th, completely flat in the Meganes, providing you get the line right. He's purple again. Down to 2nd for turn 8. It's a very, very difficult corner, is turn 8, but he's a lot better than last time was Big Z. So this is looking like a better lap currently, but turn 9 is where the time can be lost and found. Up into 5th gear, about 126 miles an hour goes Big Z. 4th gear, it's not as tight as he'd want to be, and he's hovering on the throttle. 55.8 in the worst place imaginable, and across the line goes Big Z, and that's how quick a lap of Tsukuba is in Japan. Obviously located in the Kanto region, where the original Pokemon games were set, for those that might be of a certain generation. Dud's getting the line all wrong at turn 8 there. So interesting line from him. Danzo, P1 at the moment. Never had a pole position, has Danzo. What a moment this could be for him. He's going on to another lap. 55.8 right in front of him. Really awkward catch. Dud's still within a 10th. Big Z a 10th and a half back. 2 tenths to those, with Mike Edwards in 5th at the moment. There's 55.8 in 6th. Shadowstalker 7th. Obviously Bertus can't do a lap, nor can Seamus, nor can Snav, nor can D10 Piper, nor can Martin. They're all out of the way, so it comes down to the top 7. Mark Parker would have been able to qualify, but I'll make sure he gets in, and he should start in 8th place, will Mark Parker. Danzo currently quicker at the moment in his 2nd sector. Not a lot of margin for error around this circuit. Danzo at the moment looking imperious at the front compared to his fellow drivers that can qualify. And obviously Danzo, let's not forget, 6th in the championship, the first of the drivers that don't have to qualify, that can qualify rather. Here he comes towards the line, doesn't improve. What about Duds? He's coming round the final corner, 1 minute 20 to go on the clock. Doesn't improve either. Big Z just coming into the hairpin. Takes a tighter line this time, and that looked better from Big Z. That looked better. He took a wider entrance, which gave him the opportunity to tighten the corner up and get the throttle on earlier. So he comes in that pink and green livery. Oh, he's gone very wide. That's his lap over. Don't know what Bertus is doing. There's Pip Didjar just coming around turn 4. Good showing for Pip Didjar. Oh, Mike Edwards just trying to get out of the way. I understood what he was trying to do. Bit awkward. He will have time for one more lap. Another driver coming up behind him. That's Shiloh Seamus, but he's not on a lap. But he shouldn't be. 55.8 those just past Danzo. Coming onto another lap. This will be his final lap. So the final laps in the session now will be commencing very, very shortly. 55.8 goes a little bit wide over that little bit of AstroTurf. Danzo quite close behind. He won't want to lose time on this final lap. Duds, no improvements. Bigsy stopped on circuit. He's right out the way though, so it's not going to get in it. Oh, that was... Oh, who was that in the background who went flying off? It was Bertus. No, it wasn't Bertus, sorry. There was another driver. It was Mike Edwards. I just saw him flying off the course. But that's it. Qualifying is done. 5th place for Mike Edwards as it stands. Pip Didjart just coming through turn 5. Bigsy done for the lap, so we'll go forward to the 55.8. Oh, he's got a little bit sideways coming out of the exit. Shadowstalker's done his lap. That's it. Game over for him. As has Slow Seamus for that matter. So here comes 55.8 round the final corner. I'm going to ride with Danzo instead. 55.8 too wide through that corner. That's going to compromise him. Danzo doesn't improve. What about Duds? Can he improve? No, he doesn't. Bigsy obviously not on a lap. Pip Didjart, he's not going to improve either. Edwards is out. 55.8's done his lap. Shadowstalker not going to improve. It's a first ever pole position then for next gen Danzo. Excuse me. What a performance from him. It certainly wouldn't have been at the forefront of people's minds. But next gen Danzo, after his first podium of the season, first podium ever, has got his first pole position ever. What a performance for the Adrian Flux driver. He's going to be absolutely chuffed with that one. Now I'm going to have a quick type into the box, just say it's for everyone to exit on race start, just so that they're aware. Oh dear, that's all gone wrong. I'm going to quickly get through all that. I'll just put everyone exit on race start, just so that we can make sure we get Mark Parker in, who's just sat in the lobby at the moment. Just trying to get everything set up for the time being. Couple of little issues just going on in the lobby at the moment. I want to make sure that they're all correct. And additionally, I'll just take a very quick picture, but Danzo is your pole position man for the round 3. He's going to be absolutely chuffed with that, as Danzo. He's going to be very, very happy. And there's the grid. That's what the grid will look like, of course. So I've just told everyone to exit on race start, so very quickly we'll try and switch this round as quickly as we can. Just a little comment that's just come through there. It's from Mikey Rapscallion. Hello, Mikey. Hope you enjoy tonight's race. Obviously, we're going to have a little reset. So Mark's just saying thanks very much. That's fine. It's not a problem. Everyone just exiting out of the way. We'll make sure everyone gets sorted. So the lights currently have gone off. Everyone just deciding to drive off at the moment. So I'll just give everyone a reminder. Just so that they know, which will be fine. So we'll just do a quick start on that. We'll just wait for the drivers just to exit, just so we can get everything all correct and sorted. So we're just waiting on D10 Piper to exit. There we go, sorted. So race cancelled, nothing too problematic. I'll just go into a quick change on that. So practice endurance race shouldn't be too much of a problem. So you get to see what we do from my side of it. So the lobby host, if you've never seen this side before. Just going to very quickly just see where the grid order is. Set by host. So it's a case of everyone enter. So everyone entering into the lobby. I thought someone had left then. That was a bit of a worry. So there we go. Everyone has now entered. So I'm just going to change that grid order. So we will have next gen Danzo on pole position. So he will start first place. Duds second. Good qualifying from Duds. He's You know, best qualifying of the season. He's going to be chuffed with that. Bigsy starting third. One to watch in this is Bigsy, absolutely. See how he gets on with his defensive driving. Pip Didjar, we know he's aggressive, so hopefully he'll be attacking the start. So it'll be fascinating to see how the drivers behind get on with him. Mike Edwards lining up in 5th place. The 55-8 will be in 6th, which is convenient because it's already sorted it for me. Shadow Stalker in 7th. Mark Parker, because he's not part of the reverse grid, will start in 8th place. Will mark. Then comes the reverse grid. So Suburtus will start in 9th place. Snav will start in 10th. 11th place will go the way of Snav, actually. So Slow Seamus will slot in between Bertus and Slow Seamus. Then Snav, D10 Piper, and Martin. So quick double check just to make sure we got all the positions exactly where they need to be. Obviously Mark Parker being the filtered one through there. So Bertus, Seamus, Snav, D10 Piper, Martin, all good to go. So that's all ready. Everyone has entered, which is fantastic. Race starting now. This is going to be one thrilling race. I'm really looking forward to this, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you all are too. The lobby clicks over, so hopefully we can just click on to spectate for us. Always takes a little moment or two. Keep pressing it until it decides it wants to go over. There we go. Drivers lined up on the grid. Then there's 20 minutes on the right hand side. You got Danzo on the right of your screen in the blue Amshire car. You've got Duds, or rather on the blue Adrian Flux car, and on the left hand side of your screen you've got Duds in the orange fast car. Here come the numbers, and the race is live here from Tsukuba Circuit. It's a great start from Danzo, absolutely launched off the line. Bigsy in 2nd place at the moment. There's Mike Edwards. Duds on the inside. We're going to cut to the onboard cameras. It's going to be easy to do that. Shadow Stalker right on the outside. Little bit of contact between the field, and he's been forced off wide because of the 55-8. He's gone right down to the back of Shadow Stalker. Unfortunate for him. D10 Piper battling with Suburtus. He's had a good start, but he's been compromised by the 55-8 line. Back at the front, Bigsy is up to 2nd. Very good launch for him. Compromise was Duds. Not sure what happened. He didn't get the traction control just the way he would have wanted. That's sideways from Duds. I think that's Pip Didjar on the outside. Danzo's gone wide going into turn number 8, and sure enough, Bigsy's already got past him. So Bigsy leads the race here at Tsukuba. Great start from Bigsy. He started on the 2nd row of the grid. He's already leading as we come into turn number 9. Danzo will be a little bit annoyed with that mistake going into turn 8. He has got a good line through turn number 9. Bigsy already defending. He's on the inside as Bigsy. Danzo looking to go around the outside, but nothing doing there at the moment. Mike Edwards is 4th. Seamus had a fantastic start, but tell you what, Snav absolutely on the bubble at the minute. He's up to 5th. Really good launch for him. Followed by Seamus, followed by D10 Piper, followed by Bertus. Martin in 9th. Hasn't made the progress he would have expected from him. Parker in 10th place currently at the moment. Shadow Stalker 11th, Pip Didjar 12th, and a 55-8 has had a drama somewhere. He's already been gapped by the pack. That's really unfortunate. A lot of people putting a lot of comments in at the moment. Apologies, not just got my Twitch stream loaded up at the moment, so I can't quite see them, but I will load it up now. So at the moment, currently Bigsy leading the way from Danzo. Good start from these two. They need to try and get away from Duds if they can, or take him with them, because Mike Edwards now having to defend from Snav. Snav, don't forget, starting in 3rd in the championship. He's on the inside already. That's a really late move. He's on the inside. Can he get the car sorted? He's already through. That's a great move. Snav up to 4th. This is a driver, let's not forget, never ever had a race victory, has Snav. Always been involved in the race fights before. He came very close at Fuji in season 17, but didn't quite get that race win. He has got a glorious opportunity at the moment, already up to 4th. Seamus in 6th, D10 Piper 7th, Bertus in 8th place, a Fuchs driver. Oh, that's wide from Piper and Bertus. Oh, and Piper's gone flying up the inside of Seamus. Great move. Whether that was an accident in terms of going up the inside, it didn't matter to him. He's got past him. Seamus looking like he's having a few problems. D10 Piper up the road. It's going to go 3 wide potentially into turn 9. That's surely not going to work. Martin on the inside. He's really close. This is 3 wide. This is fantastic. Martin gets through. Seamus loses 4 places in like 2 corners. Martin, what a move. Absolutely superb. I thought there was going to be a collision between the 3. It didn't happen. Great racing. Fantastic. Duds on the back of Danzo now at the moment. 16 minutes 48 to go in the session. There's still a long way to go in this race. Let's not forget that. Danzo's gone a bit wide. And Duds can't take advantage, really. It's very close. On the outside. It's not really an opportunity around the outside. He'll look to do a switch back, but that's the problem. Get on the curb too much on the power, and that's that. Momentum sapped away. A little bit further back in the pack, someone else has gone off. That's Shadow Stalker, who's joined the 55.8. Pip Didyard down to 11th for CRT driver, so unfortunate for them. Bigsy, though, leading the way, and he's got a little gap now to Danzo. And here comes Snav. He's up the inside. He's going to go late on the brakes. He's up the inside. I'm sure he's through. And he is. Snav up to third. The top 5 drivers have not won a race in the Meganes ever. None of these 5 have. The only person, or rather 2 drivers who've got a podium at the moment are Danzo and Snav. Snav hasn't had a podium, or rather he hasn't had a second place race finish since, well, obviously the Nürburgring, but doesn't get many second places to Snav. He's gone very deep on the brakes. Got to be careful. Doesn't give that opportunity to Duds. But he doesn't, fortunately for him. D10 Piper's got up the inside, and where has Mike Edwards gone? He's gone round as Mike Edwards is exactly what's happened. Only just caught the end of it. Oh, there's contact between himself and Mark Parker. Oh, that's a shame. I'm not quite certain what happened there. Mark shouldn't have been near Mike Edwards. Mike Edwards was running in 5th at one point, so as he spun round, and Mark Parker unfortunately has collected him. That's a real shame. But Piper now has his main championship rival of Martin JL09 right behind him. That Zerkotech car's got 3 seconds to make up with 15 minutes to go. We're only a quarter, ladies and gentlemen, of the way through the race. This has been absolutely frantic already. Absolutely brilliant to watch. Martin's in 6th. Seamus is in 7th. Bertus lost a little bit of time. Not quite certain what's happened to Bertus, but he's down in 8th. At the moment, though, Bigsy a second to the good. Danzo has Snav not too far behind him, so Snav had a fantastic launch, had a really good opening 2 laps, got himself right up through the field. This is as good a chance as he's ever going to get. He set the fastest lap of the race on lap 4, on lap 7 now. D10 Piper with a little bit of clear air, and he'll take Martin with him. What can he do? A couple of penalties popping up for drivers at the moment. But this is the thing. This is the key battle with this circuit, and the 55.8 is left. Unfortunately, it hasn't quite worked out for, quite literally, the works driver. So, unfortunate for him. Not sure what happened on that opening lap. He was gapped immediately. That's really unfortunate for him. Duds, oh, Duds very sideways coming out of turn 8. Really early on the throttle. Snav not quite making the inroad that I thought he would have done. Thought that consistency would have continued, but there's still time to go in this session. But someone who is making progress, Danzo, in 2nd place now. As it stands, 2nd podium ever. But Bigsy never had a podium in this series as Bigsy. Never in his 8 races that he's done in the championship in the Hampshire car. Looking at his best ever results off the top of my head, I think his best results was, I want to say 6th place off the top of my head at the Red Bull Ring. So Bigsy 1.2 to the good. Danzo making a little mistake on that lap, allowing Snav to get right back involved in this, and Snav up the inside, but momentum just lacking a little bit coming out of the high up, and you know, you've got to really line that corner up. And Snav looking for the opportunity, but this is still good showing from him. Duds in 4th. This is another really strong performance from Duds. He's impressed me this season as a fast car driver. That battling top 10 place that he got at the Nürburgring. You can see Snav's gone into the back of Danzo. Obviously Snav slowing down there. It's good sportsmanship from Snav. Doesn't want to take an opportunity there, but that's going to compromise them from catching Bigsy. You know, the two of them need to work together here. It's not the type of circuit where you could spend too long battling, otherwise the gap will be exacerbated because of the short time it takes around to get around this circuit. As you can see, D10 Piper slowly but surely chipping away at Duds' gap, but that's how long it's going to take. couple of laps before he gets within striking distance of Duds, and then there's the matter of trying to get past him. It doesn't help him that he's being harried by Martin, who's now on the inside. The two leading protagonists in the championship side by side now as they approach turn 9. But Martin just lifts off the throttle. And that's the key point, ladies and gentlemen. The guys on circuit have to work together if they want to catch the group in front. So that's as it stands. In fact, D10 Piper going very defensive. In fact, he's let Martin through. So a bit of tactics going on there between the two championship leaders. But Martin now up to 5th. Seamus in 7th. He's hanging on well, as is Bertus. Pip Didjar down in 9th. Not too bad from Pip Didjar. There's Mike Edwards in 10th at the moment. There's Mark in 11th. And Shadow Stalker in 12th. So those 4 all Oh, Pip Didjar's gone into the gravel. Where's Mark Parker, this fellow CRT stablemate? Not quite close enough. So little mistake from Pip Didjar on the brakes into turn 4. And that sent him into the sandpit. So got himself out. Got to redust himself down now and get back on with it. So back at the front. Danzo still fending off Snav. He's got a better line. I don't think... Is he close enough to go for a lunge? He looks to the inside, but Danzo's wise to that. Half the race to go. These two have put a gap. Ooh, very interesting line from Danzo. Got to be careful putting a little bit of a wheel on the grass there. Snav still with fastest lap. I think that would be Snav's fastest ever, first time ever fastest lap ever, I believe. I'm thinking back to Bigsy. I'm now starting to believe that he has had a podium. Off the top of my head, I think he got 3rd last season at Interlagos. He did. So, Bigsy never had a race win, but he definitely has had a podium before. He did finish 3rd at Interlagos last season. So, what can he do this time? Can he better that? He's got 8 tenths to Danzo. Still half the race to go. See how these drivers get on though. Snav 3rd, Duds 4th. He's doing well as Duds. This is a good showing. It's not too far away from the drivers in front. Mad Marshall's now joined the room, which is very late. Which is unfortunate for Mad Marshall. Martin in 5th. He's gapped D10 Piper. So... was that the right move from D10 Piper? Maybe trying to work together. Looking at the lap times, he did make a mistake on lap 10. 56.3. Or did he slow down? Was that when he left Martin through? I believe it was. There's Seamus in 7th. Bertus has been dropped away now, so he's made a mistake on lap 10 as Bertus, so he's down to 8th. Well, he's still in 8th. He's just dropped away from the pack. But the front 3 look like they're converging, because the front 3 now separated by just 1 second. So Bigsy... are the nerves coming into effect now? These 3 drivers, these 4 drivers, in fact the top 4, have never won a race. I said that earlier on. They haven't. What a run from Snav. He's got a great opportunity. He's going to go up the inside. Danzo hasn't covered it. He's hit the back of Bigsy. Mistake from Danzo and he's lost 2nd place. Snav into 2nd. He's going to be absolutely chuffed with that one opportunity. He took it, and now he's the man to put pressure on Bigsy. What an opportunity. What a great bit of opportunistic driving from the Power Products driver. He's in 2nd. Danzo in 3rd place. Will be kicking himself with that mistake. He just got it on the brakes too late. Hit the back of Bigsy, which Bigsy wouldn't have been pleased about. You know, another thing to add to his nerves. He's got a little bit wide as Bigsy. This is his chance for Snav. It's not going to be close enough. He has just a little look to Snav. And Bigsy's run wide. That's the door. It's open for the Power Products driver. He's on the inside. He's got the clear line. Bigsy wide. He's got a little penalty to try and deal with. We'll be with Danzo on this one. On the inside. Bigsy brakes later, but he's ghosted. Looks for the switchback, but Snav covers it off. And Snav leads the race for the first time since Fuji in season 17. Snav leads. And he's run a little bit deep. Danzo runs a little bit deep. Duds has joined in. He's got a little bit sideways. He's just got away with that. That's Duds. Danzo trying to look for a move at the inside now with Bigsy. This is an absolute scramble fight with 7 minutes 25 to go. But they have to be wary. The 4 of them have to be careful. Martin is closing the gap now in the last few laps. He's set fastest lap. His lap times have been phenomenal so far. Piper has lost ground coming out of turn number 8. Seamus on the inside in that Geisen car. It's an opportunity for the Geisen driver. He's on the inside. D10 Piper brakes later. But it's straight through, and he blocks the door, does the Irish driver, and D10 Piper down to 7th. But what a fight this is. Snav has got the gap out, and Danzo has got past Bigsy whilst we were looking at Seamus and D10 Piper. Oh, Dudd's trying to go around the outside. That would have been some move. Not quite close enough. Oh, sideways goes Bigsy. Again, just clipping the grass. Got to be really careful of that. Does the Hampshire driver. He's in 3rd. He's still on for a podium. Dudd's looking for a first ever podium in the series, and only his 3rd race. He's showing well. Martin, though, slowly but surely, just edging his way onto the back of these 4. But this is so crucial now for the 2 at the front. They seem to have just broken a little bit of a gap between the 2. I say that, Danzo's sort of right in the middle. Bigsy, a little bit erratic coming out of the final corner. Probably won't be pleased having lost the lead. He's trying to do everything he can to gain that back. Martin, looking at his lap times, 55.7 from Dudd's that last lap, 55.9 from Martin, so not the cleanest of laps he would have wanted. Further down the field, just very quickly, Mike Edwards and 9th, Pip Didjar's gone into the gravel trap again. Going to have to dig himself out of that one, and sure enough, his stablemate, the CRT, Mark Parker, up to 10th. The easiest overtake he's probably done all season long for Mark. Shadow Stalker still running around in 12th place at the moment. Still some good points. Bigsy again getting sideways out of that corner. And we are 1/4 of this race left to go. Snav got the gap out to 8 tenths, 9 tenths. He had a nice line through the final corner. He's just stretched it to a second. Could this be the moment for Snav? I don't want to jinx him. It's the last thing I'd want to do. Snav has taken part in 23. This is his 23rd race. He's never won before. He's come close. He's had a number of opportunities. They've not quite fallen his way. But he's leading now. What a moment it could be. Danzo looking to get a 2nd podium this season. He's been fantastic. Probably be kicking himself that that mistake on the first lap's just cost him any opportunity to try and run away with it. Same with Bigsy in that matter. Dudd's in 4th, has been shadowing all the way through the race, and now he's been joined by Martin JL09, who's got 4 minutes to try and get past Dudd's and try and attack for a podium, which from the back of the grid at 12th, or rather 13th, as it was at the time, will be very impressive. Dudd's goes a little bit too wide. Bigsy putting pressure on the back of Danzo. Martin looking for a move. I think Dudd's has gone too deep. How he's got that stopped though, that's a phenomenal braking performance from Dudd's there. He's absolutely broke way later than Martin, but got the car into the corner, really good. It's very strong on the brakes, is Dudd's, by the look of it. Able to brake a little bit later. Bigsy now knows that the opportunity might have just escaped him for a first race win, but he's still got a very good chance. He's going to try and go around the outside at turn 8. Looks for a switchback. Got a very good run. Is the straight too short for him to try and get any slipstream? And it is. Looking to the inside, but not going to quite work there. He's not far enough. Dudd's going for a lunge up the inside. That was brilliant from Dudd's. He's on the inside. He's going to get the move up to 3rd, which he has done. Where's Martin? Martin now looking to get a good run of momentum. Bigsy looking to immediately counter-attack and counter-defend. Doesn't quite go the way it would have done. Bigsy a little bit sideways, but he keeps the car in a straight line crucially and holds off Martin. So Dudd's on for a first ever podium in only his 3rd race in the fast car. This is a great drive. Danzo on for a best ever result in 2nd. Snav on for a best ever result in 1st. The top 3 scoring at this moment in time the best ever results they'll ever get in the series up to this point. Bigsy has made a little mistake. He's dropped a little bit back, as has Martin. So is that Martin's opportunity at a potential podium gone? D10 Piper and Seamus still quite close together. Seamus was ahead of Piper, but it's swapped around again. Bertus in 8th, Mike Edwards 9th. Parker has joined onto the back of Edwards. If you look at the last few laps, Parker's been reeling him in. I've been very impressed with Parker's performance this season. The CRT driver, he has been improving. You can see that the practice he's been putting in is really starting to pay off. More top 10 scores, and he's setting some very decent lap times. A personal best that last lap Good showing from the Scottish driver. Pip Didjar on 11th. Shadow Stalker just getting round now. 1 minute 55 to go for him. What must Snav be feeling though? He's got 2.2. It's the biggest gap anyone's had in the race so far. Danzo in second. Duds in third. They're both looking at their best ever results. Big Z now has the task of trying to keep Martin behind him. The other two look like they've gapped a little bit. Danzo's gone too wide into turn 9. Just about gets the car tightened up enough. 2 laps to go for these drivers. You can see Big Z, he's on the outside line. Martin brakes later. Big Z, a very clean driver. Martin through up to 4th. 2 laps he's got to make up well, just slower than a second. Can he do it? Can he deny the 2 cars in front? Duds is all over the back of Danzo. Yeah, Duds' late race pace has been fantastic, but he's got to be careful now. It's a case of does he attack Danzo? Does he keep trying to get that position, or does he try and defend and keep this first ever podium? So it's a win-lose situation that he needs to try and keep a hold of. Something, of course, he'll want to win. Seamus has got past D10 Piper. I think he's made a little mistake somewhere as a Zerkatech driver. Everyone else, though, far to go. Martin taking a very wide line, and Duds getting a little bit sideways there on the final lap, though, ladies and gentlemen. The final lap is upon us. What a race we've had over the span of 20 minutes. Martin looking to try and deny Duds a first ever podium in this series. Danzo looking for his best ever result to go with that 3rd place that he had at the Nürburgring. Martin all over the back of the fast car. He's got a very good run, but Duds, all he has to do is place his car in a way that he wants to, which he has done. But he's left a gap up the inside for Martin. He's going to try and go the inside. He's hit the back of Danzo as Martin. That Duds didn't cover it off enough, and Martin is through at the penultimate corner. We're going to cut back though, because this man, Snav, is going to take, providing he gets this last corner right, his first ever race win here in the NXTGEN Renault Megane Trophy. It goes to Snav. What a result. It's his first win. Danzo gets second. Duds has got 3rd. Right at the line. Wow. How did he manage that? Martin 4th. Big Z 5th. Unbelievable. Seamus in 6th. D10 Piper 7th. Burst is flying off the circuit. He's going to get 8th. Mike Edwards in 9th place. He comes round. He's just about managed to fight off Mark Parker in 10th. Pip Didjar and Shadow Stalker have already seen their checkered flag. My voice went to a level that only dogs could hear right at the end there. But Snav is your first time race winner in Lobby 2. He's going to be chuffed with that. What a result for Snav. Absolutely fantastic. Danzo takes his best ever result in 2nd as well. What a race. Wow, that was superb. What a race. How did Duds do that on the final lap? We were watching Snav, rightfully so. I thought Duds was too far away. He must have launched it at the final corner. Whew. Hold your breath, everyone, because that was intense. What a race. Wow. Absolutely fantastic. Well done to Snav. 1805 just putting a comment in there. Well done, Snav. I mean, it's been a long time coming for Snav. He's really worked hard at that. So many seasons he's been close, but he takes that first win. Going to be very big for his championship chances as well. I bet you'll be celebrating very hard on that one. Danzo taking 2nd. Really, really good performance from him. He'll be kicking himself a little bit, but another podium. 2 this season now, 2 in the opening 3 races. He's going to be really pleased. Duds, wow, fantastic. 3rd place. He's going to be really chuffed with that. Don't know how he did it at the end, but nonetheless he's going to be pleased. Couple of comments coming in. Just what a race by Duds. It was a really good performance. He should be proud of that. First ever podium in the Megane Trophy. Snav, little comment. Finally, absolutely, 23 races it took him, but he got his first win in the Megane Trophy. Wow. Lobby 2 never fails to impress, does it, ladies and gentlemen? Absolutely. Whew. 4th place went the way of Martin. What happened at the end? I thought he had 3rd. Thought he had it, but clearly it didn't. And Big Z will be looking back at that thinking, what might he have done differently to have got 5th? Maybe he could have improved and got 1st. He was leading for a fair amount of that race, but hey, this is how it happens sometimes. apparently Duds is saying that Martin swapped the place round. Right. Interesting tactics. So anyway, nonetheless, we are over for round number 3 at the Tsukuba circuit. Wonderful race, absolutely fantastic. I hope we're back here for season number 20 as well. Dud's just saying nosedived into last corner, hit me, and then went back through. Right, that's really, really good sportsmanship from Martin, who still leads this championship at the moment. Now, we will be back next week. We will be going to round 4 at Interlagos, a really good circuit. A lot of action happened there last season. Obviously, Biggsy getting that first podium he did then. But, nonetheless, I'm going to stop this stream, and then I'm going to restart it for the Lobby 1 of the Scirocco's, which is going to be absolutely exciting to watch. So do tune in for that in a few moments' time. But if you're just interested in the Meganes, I hope wherever you might be in the big wide world, have a good one, and I'll see you same time next week.